Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about the altcoin Dogecoin. If you guys have not been looking at the 1-day chart for Dogecoin, I'll tell you for a fact you are missing out because the pattern is symmetrical triangle and it is going to be closing in very soon. There is also a lot of hinters, but before we get into it, if you guys are here for the first time, do want to stay up to date with everything to do with Dogecoin, I highly recommend you scroll down and tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, also go ahead and slap a like on the video just to see how strong the Doge army really is. Let's go for 174 likes. If we smash that would be insane. But other than that, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into it. So to begin with today's video, first of all, let's look at the 1 hour chart that Dogecoin has been forming in the past 48 hours, and then I want to show you guys the 1-day chart, which is actually looking very good. Now if we decide to look at the last 48 hours, you guys can see this lower low was the one that made all the change, because after that we did have a small pull up, and that was the thing that actually broke us from the downtrend and started forming an uptrend. Now the reason this is an uptrend, if you guys have not picked on it yet, you guys can see this lower low was obviously lower than this one, and exact same thing happened again where this lower low was obviously lower than this one, and the same thing is happening on the top where this higher high is obviously about the same. It's not like the best, but it's still predicting towards an uptrend. Another thing which is very interesting is the chart seems to be getting stronger and stronger in the consolidation period for an extreme breakout. Now you guys can see the retracement every single time is starting to get smaller. So this first one doesn't really count, but this one you can see that it was pretty big, but it was still smaller than the spike, and same thing happened here. So you can see this retracement after this pull up was obviously much smaller compared to this one, showing that it is starting to close in, and when it starts to close in at the point where it will stop, it will start to have an extreme movement up, which will be a bullish run. If you guys have not been paying attention to the news and what has been happening in the background, there are some big things coming out towards Dogecoin, and everyone is predicting by the end of the year we will be smacking $1 at an all-time high. I mean, $1 just sounds so far, but at the same time it doesn't seem to be that far. If we just decide to get a 400% gain in 2 months, we will be at $1 in a very short period of time. We don't even need exactly 400%, even 300% does the job. But at the moment, that is what the 1 hour chart is doing. But if we look at the 1-day chart, you guys can see after this big spike we had, it's clearly starting to close in. You can see from here the spike, which took us all the way to 34, it's starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Exact same thing is happening at the bottom, and you can see it is forming a symmetrical triangle. Now this symmetrical triangle, if formed properly, should come to an end in about 3 to 4 days. By the end of the week, the symmetrical triangle will close in, and you guys know when a symmetrical triangle pattern actually closes in, usually ends off with an uptrend. So at this point, everything is just predicting that Dogecoin at this point is so ready to just start moving up, but there is just some small signals that we are waiting for. If we decide to look at the RSI, you can see that the RSI is a little higher than the middle line, so it's completely okay. That just means the buy orders are coming in more often compared to the sell orders, which is really good in the long run because we will be able to play off that and start climbing up very quickly when the bull market does return. Even if you look at the candle channel, you can see the candle channel has started to become bigger, and at the same time that bigger point has started to make it smaller and smaller, and as we are closing in, that is what we want, which is a symmetrical triangle closing in. Now before we go forward, I want to show you guys some very interesting things that have happened in Dogecoin community in the past 24 hours. First of all, talking about VLAD, you guys know yesterday we talked about how this got leaked, where Robinhood and Burger King partnered up together to allow people for giveaway of cryptocurrency, and especially Dogecoin. If you do decide to spend $5 at Burger King, you guys will be receiving 1 Dogecoin. So if you decide to spend $100, you will be receiving 20 Dogecoin in return. Now this is a huge announcement, as both the companies are huge, and at the same time Burger King is trying to walk into it very early, and you can see they also made an official announcement on their Twitter page. So if this plays out properly, most likely Dogecoin transactions will increase, and you guys know the fee has gone down quite a bit, so it will be very interesting to see what happens from this point on. But Burger King and Robinhood coming together is a pretty big deal. Now, talking about boy Elon Musk, today he tweeted out saying humankind, and then he posted something in a different language. Personally, I don't understand the language, so I decided to just go to You Today and look at their article talking about it. So some people believe the poem could be accumulating to proving fun between the props of Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, the two largest meme cryptocurrencies. Now, if we decide to look on what he has written, you can see it says beanstalks are ignified to boil beans. The beans is a Paul cry out. We are born of self-shame root. Why should we incinerate each other with some such impatience? So what they are saying is this is hinting towards the Dogecoin price growing in the future, and don't be impatient. That's like what he's trying to say, but I don't know why Elon is putting out so many riddles. I'm just confused, because if this was a clear tweet of Dogecoin is incredible, it would have had a much better spike compared to something like this where people would have to decode and try to figure out what is he trying to say. It took me a while to find this article, and you guys can see this is the translation, and the translation seems to be saying that maybe he's just telling people to be patient when it comes to Dogecoin, or just hinting towards the cryptocurrency market in general. Now, talking about Amanda Cerny, if you guys do not know who she is very well known inside of the YouTube community. Today she tweeted out saying, pay the UN in Doge, Elon Musk. I mean, if that happens, that would be one of the greatest news we have come across in a little bit. Personally, I would be very excited to see, because the UN is a big deal. Now, if you guys have not been paying attention to Buyins just launched a new trading pair, which is between Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. So you can trade between them. If Shiba Inu you think it's going to go up, you just buy in. If you think Dogecoin is going to go up, you just sell. And if you go short, maybe you might be right. That's what they're trying to say. Now, that's out of the way, let's move on. Finally, I want to mention something very important, which is there is a lot of whales that are deciding to hold the price down, so please do not panic sell, because if you do not know, panic selling will make you lose a lot of money, and losing money, no one likes it, because if you do not know what panic selling is when you see a lot of red spikes and you decide to think that Dogecoin is going to crash and you decide to sell, losing out on money. Well, it will just increase the spike and the whales would decide to buy back in, and you will miss out. That is not something you want. And finally, looking at the price prediction, Dogecoin targets 50 cent as Doge finds dip buyers. Dogecoin price smacked lower after targeting the 34-cent value area. Dogecoin finds buyers as selling movement dries up. Breakout ahead of bull can position Dogecoin into an ideal bullish breakout entry condition. So at this point, in simple terms, we are in a very strong point. Everything is hinting towards a breakout that might be happening very soon, and most likely we will be making it to double the price at what we are at this point. So the best thing to do is probably just load up your whole entire crypto wallet with Dogecoin. Again, it's no financial advice, I'm just joking around. But other than that, thank you so much for watching the video till the end. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, do want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.